God says you've been sensing it for a while now, a quiet stirring inside you, a gentle shift that you couldn't quite explain. Something around you has been changing, something within you has been awakening, and though you couldn't put words to it, your spirit knew a revelation was approaching. God has been whispering to your heart in ways you didn't fully recognize, guiding you in places you didn't realize you were being led. And now, today, He is pulling back a curtain that has been hanging between you and the truth for longer than you might imagine. Because the one you thought you understood, the situation you believed you had clarity about, the intentions you thought were pure, the motives you thought were simple, are not what they seemed. God is not revealing this to scare you. He is revealing it to prepare you. He is revealing it to strengthen you. He is revealing it to realign you. Because what you thought you knew was only a fragment, and what He is about to show you will change the way you see everything. You thought you understood someone's heart. You thought you understood their loyalty, their intentions, their actions, their motivations. But God is saying, my child, you saw the outside, but I saw the inside. You saw what they said, but I saw what they thought. You saw what they showed you, but I saw what they hid. And God is not bringing this revelation to shame you or to make you regret trusting. He is bringing it because He is protecting your destiny. He is guarding the path He wrote for you. He is removing illusions, removing disguises, removing masks that have stood in the way of your growth, your peace, and your purpose. Because you deserve clarity. You deserve truth. You deserve alignment with what is real, not what is pretending to be real. There is someone in your life or in your energy who has not been who they appeared to be. Someone whose intentions have been cloudy, confusing, unpredictable. One moment it felt like they were genuine, sincere, connected to you. The next, their actions contradicted their words. You may have brushed it off, thinking maybe you misunderstood. You may have blamed yourself, thinking maybe you were overthinking or reading too deeply. But God is saying, no, you weren't imagining it. Your spirit recognized the truth before your mind did. Your intuition felt the shift before your eyes could see it. God gave you a sensitive spirit for a reason. He gave you discernment for a purpose. Even when your heart wanted to believe the best, your spirit was quietly warning you. Even when you tried to excuse their behavior, something in you felt unsettled. It wasn't anxiety, it was revelation waiting to unfold. It wasn't fear, it was spiritual awareness. And now, God is stepping into your situation to confirm what you sensed but didn't fully understand. They're not who you thought. Their intentions were not as pure as you hoped. Their commitments were not as solid as they claimed. Their heart was not as aligned with yours as you believed. But here is the deeper truth. God is not revealing this because He wants you to close your heart. He is revealing it because He needs to redirect your heart. He needs to move you away from deception and toward alignment. He needs to remove the people who drain you, confuse you, manipulate you, or stagnate your growth. He needs to separate you from what was dimming your spirit, clouding your vision, or slowing your progress. Because your next chapter requires clarity. Your next blessing requires purity. Your next breakthrough requires people around you who are real, honest, and aligned with God's plan for your life. But this revelation goes deeper than people. This is not just about someone else's hidden intentions. God is also revealing Himself to you in a new way. The truth is, even the way you understood God is about to shift. Not because you were wrong, but because He is giving you a deeper dimension of His nature. There is a version of His heart you have not yet experienced. There is a depth of His love you haven't fully known. There is a strength in His presence you haven't walked in before. There is clarity, wisdom, discernment, and power that He is unlocking in you, because you are stepping into a season where your spiritual sight is becoming sharper. Your intuition stronger, your connection to Him more profound. You thought God was distant during your confusion, but He wasn't. He was watching, measuring, discerning, and timing everything perfectly. He let certain situations play out not because He wanted you to suffer, but because He needed the mask to fall naturally. He needed you to see the truth not through suspicion, but through revelation. He needed you to recognize your own worth, your own strength, your own spiritual sensitivity. Sometimes God lets people reveal themselves slowly, because He wants you to grow in wisdom, not bitterness. He wants you to rise in discernment, not anger. He wants you to understand that when someone's intentions are not for your good, He will never allow that connection to prosper long term. God is revealing intentions, not to hurt you, but to free you from confusion, free you from false loyalty, free you from emotional entanglements that don't honor your spirit, free you from attachments that were built on illusion, not truth, free you from cycles that were keeping you emotionally exhausted or spiritually drained. You may wonder why God allowed you to get close to someone who wasn't meant to stay. But God is saying, I allowed it because you needed the experience, not the person. You needed the lesson, not the connection. Their presence in your life served a purpose, but their season has ended. And God is stepping in now because you are entering a new spiritual phase, a higher level of clarity, a deeper alignment with your destiny. This revelation is not meant to break you, it is meant to upgrade you. It is meant to elevate your perception, refine your intuition, and prepare you for the people whose intentions will match their words, whose loyalty will match their actions, whose presence will nourish your spirit instead of draining it. You are evolving. Your spirit is shifting. Your energy is changing. And some people were never meant to follow you into the next version of yourself. Not because they are evil or malicious, but because their intentions don't match your elevation. Their mindset doesn't match your growth. Their heart doesn't match your calling. God is removing misaligned souls so He can replace them with aligned ones, and God is revealing His own intentions toward you too, intentions you may have misunderstood. You may have thought he was silent. You may have thought he was distant. You may have thought he was ignoring your prayers. But he wasn't. He was preparing a divine unveiling. He was orchestrating events behind the scenes. He was positioning you in ways you didn't recognize. He was protecting you from things you didn't see. He was keeping you from doors that looked good but weren't good. He was saving you from connections that looked promising but were spiritually dangerous. Sometimes God hides His work until the moment of revelation. Sometimes He lets you walk through confusion so that the truth feels unmistakable when it arrives. Sometimes He lets you feel alone so you can learn the difference between people who stand with you and people who stand near you only when it benefits them. Sometimes He lets you experience disappointment so you can learn to rely on Him completely, but now the revelation is here. He is about to expose intentions, not with drama, not with chaos, not with confrontation, but with clarity. Something will shift. A truth will surface. A moment will come where everything becomes clear, who truly supports you and who only pretends to. Who prays for you and who preys on your vulnerability, who respects your spirit and who takes advantage of your kindness, who values your presence and who benefits from your energy. God is not sending this revelation to make you angry. He is sending it to open your eyes. He is sending it to liberate your boundaries. He is sending it to strengthen your intuition. He is sending it to prepare you for divine connections, people whose intentions will be pure, transparent, consistent, aligned with your growth and your purpose. You are stepping into a season where you will see people's true hearts. Masks will fall. True intentions will surface. And you will look back on this moment and understand why God needed to reveal the truth now and not earlier or later. His timing is perfect, and after He reveals the truth about others, He will reveal something even deeper, the truth about you. The strength you didn't know you carried. The intuition you didn't know was real. The spiritual depth you didn't know you possessed. The resilience that has been growing inside you quietly. The purpose that has been pulling you forward even when you felt lost. This revelation will not end in heartbreak, it will end in power. It will not end in confusion, it will end in clarity. It will not end in loss, it will end in elevation. God is removing false intentions so He can replace them with divine intentions, His intentions, which have always been to prosper you, guide you, protect you, strengthen you, and position you for the greater things He has prepared. You are walking into a new spiritual clarity. You will no longer feel confused. No longer feel unsure. No longer feel misled or manipulated. God is cutting the cords that were draining you and reconnecting you to purpose. The revelation is coming. And when it arrives, everything will make sense. You may not realize it yet, but your spirit has already begun adjusting to the truth God is revealing. Even before your mind receives the full clarity, your heart has been shifting. You've been feeling a strange detachment, a subtle distancing, a quiet inner release toward certain people or situations. That feeling was not random. It was not mood. It was not overthinking. It was God softening your grip on what He is preparing to remove. God never takes anything from your life without first preparing your spirit for the transition. And lately, you've been sensing yourself pull away emotionally, not because you're cold or disconnected, but because God has been gently untangling your soul from the places it no longer belongs. There is a version of you that existed in the past that was willing to tolerate certain behaviors, make excuses for certain intentions, or settle for relationships that only fed part of your heart. But God is saying, I am calling you into a season where you can no longer operate in half-truths or half-alignments. The person you are becoming needs full clarity. You might not even recognize this new version of yourself yet, but God has been shaping it quietly through your disappointments, through your waiting, through your lessons, through the moments where you felt misunderstood or undervalued. Every emotional bruise, every spiritual confusion, every unanswered question has been forming a deeper wisdom inside you. You are not who you were even a few months ago. And this growth is what allows you to withstand the truth God is now revealing, because the truth is sometimes painful, not because it is harmful, but because it closes the door on a version of reality you once believed in. You thought someone's love was genuine. You thought their words were sincere. You thought their loyalty would remain. And while those beliefs came from a pure heart, God is now revealing that not everyone could keep up with the honesty and purity your spirit carries. The person you trusted may have been operating from their own wounds, their own confusion, their own fears. Their intentions were mixed not because they were entirely bad, but because they were not healed. And unhealed people often carry unstable intentions. They offer affection but withdraw commitment. They speak beautiful words but break them quietly. They show interest but avoid responsibility. They feel connection but fear closeness. God is revealing that someone in your life has been moving in contradictions, and you can no longer build your future on contradictions. You deserve stability. You deserve clarity. You deserve intentional love, consistent support, genuine respect, and transparent motives. You deserve people whose actions don't confuse you, whose presence doesn't drain you, whose energy doesn't leave you questioning your worth. And the revelation God is about to give you will make it undeniably clear who aligns with this level of connection and who does not. There will be no more guessing, no more assuming, no more hoping they will finally match your heart. God is exposing intention so you can detach without guilt and move forward without confusion, but the revelation is not only about others. It's about God showing you the truth about His plan, a plan that was working even when you felt nothing was happening. For a long time, you wondered why certain relationships felt heavy, why certain people became distant, why certain connections suddenly faded. You wondered why you felt spiritually unsettled around someone you loved deeply. You wondered why things that once felt peaceful suddenly felt draining. You thought maybe you were becoming too sensitive or emotional. But God is saying, it wasn't sensitivity. It was spiritual accuracy. You were seeing the truth before it surfaced. Your spirit recognizes misalignment long before your mind accepts it. That anxiety you felt around them, those moments where your heart felt unsure, those conversations that left you drained instead of comforted, those were not random feelings. Those were revelations in disguise. God speaks through your intuition, through your discomfort, through your inner warnings. He allows your spirit to feel what your eyes cannot yet see. Because He loves you too deeply to let you stay blind to intentions that would eventually break you. But what is coming next is not just exposure, it is elevation. After God reveals who is not meant for your spirit, He will send people who are. People who carry genuine hearts. People whose intentions are pure from the start. People whose words and actions align. People who value you without needing to be convinced. People who don't fear your strength or resent your growth. People who meet you with the same energy you bring. People who support your purpose instead of distracting you from it. God is clearing space around you, because the next season of your life requires room for new love, room for new alignment, room for new opportunities, room for new spiritual depth, and this is the part most people overlook. Before God brings new alignment, He must first remove emotional clutter. Emotional clutter is the confusion you've been carrying. The unanswered questions. The hope in someone who isn't consistent. The loyalty towards someone who isn't present. The attachment that drains you more than it builds you. The confusion that doesn't allow you to hear God clearly. God is about to remove every piece of emotional clutter that has been blocking your clarity. You may not realize how heavy it has been, because you normalized the weight. But once God removes it, you will feel lighter, clearer, freer, more grounded in your spirit. This revelation will also teach you something powerful about yourself, how strong you truly are. You have endured silent battles that nobody knows about. You have carried emotional weight without collapsing. You have kept loving even in the face of inconsistency. You have stayed loyal even when others wavered. You have held on to faith even when uncertainty tried to drown your hope. And God saw every moment. He saw your patience. He saw your tears. He saw your confusion. He saw your effort to keep peace. He saw how hard you tried to understand someone who didn't understand themselves. And now He is honoring your endurance with clarity. This is not punishment. This is protection. This is not loss. This is alignment. This is not rejection. This is redirection. God is moving you away from what was never meant to hold you. And He is moving you toward what has been waiting for you. You are entering a chapter where every hidden intention will be made visible. where every false connection will dissolve, where every confusion will turn into understanding, where every unanswered question will find closure, where every emotional burden will be lifted, where every misalignment will be corrected. And once the truth is revealed, you will not cling to what God removes. Your spirit will recognize the necessity of the separation. A time is coming when you will look back and say, God, thank you for showing me. Thank you for saving me from what I couldn't see. Thank you for revealing what my heart needed to know. And when that moment comes, the weight will fall off you. Your heart will breathe again. Your spirit will feel calm again. Clarity will replace confusion. Peace will replace anxiety. Discernment will replace doubt. Purpose will replace stagnation. God is revealing intentions so He can realign your destiny. And this revelation is only the beginning. There comes a moment in every spiritually chosen person's journey when God steps in and says, enough. No more confusion. No more hidden motives. No more mixed signals. No more carrying what was never meant to be yours. You are standing in that moment now, even if you don't fully feel it yet. Something in the unseen is shifting on your behalf. Heaven has already moved. This revelation you are about to receive will not be subtle, it will be undeniable. It will show you clearly who is aligned with your destiny and who is attached to your presence but not your future. It will show you where love was real and where it was convenient. It will show you who valued your spirit and who valued only what your spirit provided for them. It will show you where God wants you to stay and where He is urgently pulling you away. You may think the truth will hurt, but the truth is what will finally set you free. The pain won't come from the revelation, it will come from the way you held on, hoping someone would eventually meet you with the same sincerity you gave. But release that guilt now. You were not wrong for loving. You were not wrong for trying. You were not wrong for believing in someone's potential. Your heart operated from purity, and that purity is the very reason God is protecting you. He shields the sincere with special attention, and you have been under His protection even in the moments you felt abandoned. This final unveiling will feel like a spiritual detox. You will feel something break off of you, something heavy, something invisible, something you didn't realize was attached so deeply. It might be an emotional tie. It might be an illusion. It might be a hope you were trying to keep alive. It might be a connection you outgrew without noticing. It might be a belief that someone could love you the way you loved them. When God reveals the truth, that tie will snap. Not violently, but cleanly. And when it breaks, you will feel something you haven't felt in a long time, clarity without pain. This revelation will bring peace, not chaos. Understanding, not turmoil. Closure, not conflict. God does not expose to embarrass. He exposes to heal. He exposes to free. He exposes to elevate. And He is elevating you now. Your spirit is being lifted from the fog of uncertainty. Your discernment is becoming sharper. Your intuition is becoming louder. Your heart is becoming wiser. You are walking into a version of yourself that cannot be fooled by pretty words or temporary emotions. You are stepping into a place where energy speaks louder than promises, where consistency speaks louder than charm, where clarity speaks louder than excuses, and as God reveals the truth about others, He will also reveal His heart toward you in a way you haven't experienced before. You are about to feel His presence in moments where you once felt alone. You are about to receive guidance at times where you once felt directionless. You are about to find strength in places where you once felt weak. God is not stepping back, He is stepping closer. Closer to your thoughts. Closer to your decisions. Closer to your spirit. Closer to your future. The truth He reveals will draw you into a deeper relationship with Him, because you will finally understand that every delay, every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every uneasy feeling, was Him protecting you, not punishing you. The truth is, someone's intentions toward you have been inconsistent, and God could not allow that inconsistency to follow you into your next season. Your destiny is too important. Your purpose is too large. Your spirit is too rare. He is calling you higher, and not everyone has the emotional maturity or spiritual purity to rise with you. Don't mourn what God removes. Don't grieve what God exposes. Don't hold on to what God is trying to free you from. Let the truth come. Let the veil fall. Let clarity replace illusion. You are not losing anything, you are being made ready for something greater, and after this revelation settles, God will open a new door for you, one that is aligned with truth, not confusion. One where the intentions are pure, consistent, and genuine. One where love is given freely, not in fragments. One where support is steady, not situational. One where your spirit is respected, not taken for granted. One where the connection is mutual, not one-sided. One where the energy feels like home, not like work. This is the gift that follows divine exposure, divine alignment. You will soon understand why God needed to reveal the truth now. Why He allowed certain things to unravel. Why someone's mask had to fall. Why your spirit grew unsettled. Why He needed you to see beyond their words. And when the truth is revealed, you will not question His timing. You will be grateful for it. You will thank Him for saving you from deeper heartbreak. You will thank Him for sparing you from wasted years. You will thank Him for protecting your destiny. You will thank Him for honoring your heart with clarity. Your story is not ending, it is unfolding. God is not punishing you. He is positioning you. You are not being rejected, you are being redirected. You are not losing love, you are being prepared for the love that was always meant for you. And the moment you embrace the truth He reveals, the doorway to your next season opens wide. So breathe. Release. Trust. Let God show you what your heart has struggled to see. Let Him reveal every intention hidden in the shadows. Let Him guide you into the light of clarity and purpose. What is coming is not heartbreak, it is breakthrough. Not confusion, it is awakening. Not loss, it is transformation. And when the truth is finally laid before you, you will rise, not broken, but wiser, not bitter, but blessed, not empty, but aligned, not alone, but carried by God's purpose. This is your turning point. This is your unveiling. This is your release into something higher, purer, truer. God is revealing intentions because He is elevating you to a place where nothing false can follow. Your spirit is stepping into its true season now. Everything unclear will become clear. Everything hidden will be shown. Everything misaligned will fall away. And everything meant for you will come forward with unmistakable clarity. The truth is not your enemy, it is your freedom. And your freedom begins now.